Sal here. Hey, welcome to Wacky Wednesday, where you never know what the topic's going to be. Hey, welcome and thanks for joining in, whether you are popping in live right now or you are catching on the replay. I'm glad that you could join in for a little bit of kitchen conversation. So hey, as always, if you hear something that resonates with you or that you find valuable, do me a favor and leave me a little bit of love. Drop a comment or ask questions in the thread anytime. Share the video with anyone you think it might help. And PM me if you have questions or want to hear more. I'm always happy to share the things that I'm learning, and I hope that they help you. So hey, I'm trying to say hello to a few people, but unfortunately, I really can't. Because although I can see that people are joining in, Facebook is not showing me who they are. So I apologize if I don't welcome you. Usually I'm either peeking at my notes or Facebook is lagging. And today, Facebook must be lagging. Gee, I wonder why. But like I said, leave me a hey or a shout and let me know that you popped in. And I would really appreciate it. So I'll try to welcome you when Facebook starts, catching up. I don't know. But if you could leave me a hey, I'd love to welcome you anyways. So I'm going to go on and share a quick story, what I learned, and hopefully how it can help you. And if you want to answer the question in the thread, I would absolutely love it. It'd be fun. So let me ask the question for the night. Oh, hey, I did see a few joining in. Hey, Greg, thanks for the love. That is really sweet of you. Hey, Sue, nice to see you, lady. Oh, I can actually wave that way. I'll try waving another way, see if it works. But like I said, she's the only one I see popping in right now, and as more and more do, even though it's not showing me who you are, I don't know. I'm going to keep going until it does. So, okay, so question for the night. Do you have a favorite pair of comfy PJs? Comfy jammies, your absolute faves that you just absolutely have to wear. Would you answer yeah, no, not at all? But leave your answer in the thread for me. And like I said, I'm going to share a quick story of what I learned and hopefully how it can help you. And it is kind of funny at the same time. Oh, hey, Sue, I do see you, lady. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. And like I said, I saw a few more pop in, but like I said, can't see you. Don't know why. Lagging. All right, so I wanted to tell you a story about one of my last visits to the DMV. And I'm sure you can relate because I'm betting that you have some really hilarious DMV stories. And this one's from last year, and it was around this time. And my oldest son, Alex, was headed to the DMV to take his permit test. So we walked in, we're here in Wisconsin. And I was a little nervous and worried and stressed and trying not to freak out. And it definitely wasn't because of the test. And trust me, there was a totally good reason why. And I promise I will explain. And, when we walked in there, I got a few looks while we were walking in and standing in line, waiting to do our little permit thing. And a few minutes later, while I was sitting in the chair there, there were some fingers pointing and a little whisper here and there. And I finally figured out what it was. Me. Yeah, me. So I looked down and I realized, and this is the thing that I was really worried about throughout the day, that I was still wearing my school badge. And I was still wearing my very bright Frosty the Snowman fuzzy pajama pants. Because it was pajama day at school. So I'm still wearing them now. Because it was also pajama day today. So I'm going to show you my pajama pants here real quick. So these are the Frosty the Snowman ones. And this is as high as I can get on, because I'm short. But these are the Frosty the Snowman ones. Okay. And, I'm sitting there with Nicholas. And luckily, we just happened to run into people that we knew. And in the middle of conversation, Nicholas says, and he kind of blurts this out loudly because I think he realized that people were whispering and commenting and pointing at me in my pajamas because they were rather bright. So he says loudly, it was PJ day at school and I'm wearing pajamas and my mom works there too, so she's wearing pajamas. And a few people kind of giggled at that. And and you can see their heads nodding, and a few you could still see that the disapproval on their face, that I hadn't bothered to change the pajamas pants. Yeah, I'd forgotten. And, I sat there the entire time, very uncomfortable, very nervous, and, very apprehensive. And I was practically in a cold sweat. It was not a good experience, very nerve-wracking, but I survived. So fast forward to a year later, and today was also pajama day at school again. And I wore those exact same fuzzy pajamas. But today it was a little different. It didn't matter if I was going to the DMV or the store or into a restaurant today. There was no hesitation. No worry. I wasn't afraid of what anyone would say, and I wasn't, freaking out. And just no hesitation whatsoever. And not being afraid to step outside of my comfort zone, that's been a really big step for me, and it's been one of my biggest problems that I've had to continually work on, to say the least. And it's been a constant battle for the last 5 years, but it's been worth it. And I've noticed a lot less fear, a lot less paralyzation on my part, more confident, happier, smilier person. And you're probably thinking, well, how did you get over that? Well, it wasn't easy, but I'm grateful that I had a mentor who gave me a few tips. So the first tip, I wanted to share those with you real quick, and there's just, about 5 of them, but they're very simple and very easy to do, and it's really helped me push past a lot of things that kind of hold me back and keep me from achieving the goals that I set for myself. Because I'm always afraid of failure. I'm always afraid of stepping outside and trying something new. Yeah. So, number 1, you just face your fear. Ask, what are you afraid of? And in my case that day, I was in my pajamas, and I was afraid that people were going to be pointing and whispering and talking about me. And as I sat there and asked myself that question, I thought that was the silliest thing ever. Why was I even afraid of that? I don't know. Okay, the second step, educating yourself, whether it's reading about it, listening, learning, exploring, and just talking yourself through this. So again, talking to myself and wondering why I'm afraid of people pointing and whispering. I don't know. Third thing, you want to replace those negative thoughts with positive. So any of those thoughts that are running around your head, every one of them that is negative and is telling you that you're not able to, that you can't do this, that you suck, or anything that's positive and negative and dragging you down in that direction. You want to turn it positive. And whether it's make a joke out of it or laugh at yourself, and whatever it happens to be, whatever works for you. But when you do that, it will help you move to an action. Like I said, you talk yourself into it. Fourth tip, and this is the 4th step, so we're almost to the end. You don't pick the safe choices. Now, I'm not talking about, ones where you're risking your life on a daily basis. I'm talking about just not picking safe choices when it comes to things in your life, like whether or not to wear your PJs out and about, or whether it happens to be learning a new instrument, or reading the novel you've always wanted, going for a job that you don't feel that you are qualified for, whatever it happens to be. And last but not least, hang out with risk takers and leaders, people that are positive, that make it easy for you to move into that next stage of action, like a little support posse, for lack of a better word, a support crew. People that, whether they're a posse of PJ wearers or not. So what I learned, and I'll share that with you in a second. I see a few more joining in. Thank you. I haven't been able to tell who's popped in or not. So if you have favorite PJs, do me a favor and leave those in the comments for me. Or even if you're just popping in to say, hey, Facebook is really lagging for some reason and no one knows why. And I'm not seeing you. So just leave me a hey and let me know that you did. I'd appreciate that. So what I learned from my pajama experience is that going through these steps have been the biggest help. I mean, not everyone wants to step outside their comfort zone, but I know that I need to. And I know that I can't stick with what is comfy. what's easy and what's boring. So if that resonates with you, give me a little love. I'd appreciate it. Comment your jammies in there in the thread. Share the video with anyone you think it might help. And PM me if you have questions or would like some additional ways to step outside your comfort zone. And hey, I saw someone leave me some love. Thank you. Hey, I missed you. I'm so sorry. It just flew across the screen. Thank you. I appreciate that, my friends. So your comfort zone, your comfy jammies. They are comfy, but they're also that boring, fuzzy place where nothing changes. The same old, same old. And it's a great place to visit, but you don't want to live there permanently. It's a place that you stay when you're afraid of everything. And I used to live there a lot. I don't want to live there anymore. I don't want to allow that to dictate my life. So I've been following those 5 tips that I shared with you, and they've helped me overcome a lot. Not all. Not all of them, but they've helped me keep moving in a positive direction. I've been seeing progress and growth and success, and I'm hoping that it will do the same for you. So if you want happiness, feel more fulfilled, successfulness, you got to step out of your comfort zone so you won't be afraid to wear your Frosty the Snowman PJs to the DMV. I'll catch you later.